The Mangrove Monitor is a semi-aquatic Australian native, but can also be found on surrounding Pacific islands. They are similar in appearance to the Komodo dragon, but not as large. They are found most often in forests with saltwater, streams, and rivers, but can be found in other habitats. Their biggest threat is hunting, as their skin is used to make leather for drum heads. They do well in the wild, and the populations have been steadily growing, so they are currently listed as least concern by the IUCN. They generally live around 10 years, but they are capable of living up to 20 years in captivity. Mangrove monitors look like small dinosaurs and move in a similar way to crocodiles. When they swim, they tuck their legs flat against their body and use side-to-side motions to swim. They have a large, smooth head and long neck. Their body is covered in small scales and they have 5 clawed toes on each foot. Most adult mangroves go 3 to 5 to 4 feet. However, records show that they can grow as long as 5 feet. The body is a dull brown, with some individuals showing a very dark body. They are also covered in small yellow dots along their back and tail. Hatchlings and juveniles can be kept in terrariums or large aquariums, but once they reach 2 feet, they should be moved to a larger enclosure. This will need to be at least 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 3 feet deep. And if you have a pair, you will need a larger space. As with other reptiles, monitors are ectothermic, so you need to provide a heat source for them to control their body temperature. The ambient temperature should be 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, with their basking spot sitting between 95 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This should heat the surface temperature under the basking lamp to around 120 degrees. If you require an additional heat source, try ceramic heaters. They help to maintain heat but do not produce light. A basking bulb controlled by thermostat or MVB bulb, manually monitored, will provide both adequate light and heating. Bulbs that emit UV light are also important, as this helps reptiles to absorb vitamin D. Your lighting should be on around 12 hours per day and off for 12 hours to create a day and night cycle. At night, the temperature should be allowed to fall to around 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Providing a large water bowl or swimming area will help to maintain the humidity of the enclosure. Misting the enclosure once or twice a day will also boost the humidity. For the substrate, a deep layer of cypress mulch and moss or a soil sand mix would work well. And if you plan on including live plants, try to choose a nutrient-rich substrate. Plants can be used to create natural barriers and hiding spots for your monitor. This is especially important when they are young, as juveniles tend to be nervous. Add a hide either by using a simple box or building one with pieces of wood and rocks. A large water bowl is essential for these water lovers. And if you have the space, a large enclosure could be built to house a swimming area at one end rather than using a bowl or tub. Water bowls for drinking should be refreshed daily, and swimming water should have floating debris or animal waste removed. Also check for any sheds or leftover food. Youngsters are naturally nervous, so they require very calm and careful handling. Do not force them to accept human interaction. Feeding them with tongs can help to form a trust, and handling can progress from there. As with any reptile, the environment has the biggest impact on health. A good enclosure and varied diet can prevent most common ailments. Shedding issues usually arise from low humidity, so misting your monitor in his enclosure will help to loosen shed skid. You can also place them in a warm water bath. Internal parasites are common when feeding live foods. Get a fecal sample every 6 months to keep track for parasites. Injuries can occur from fights if you keep other monitors, from enclosure, decorations, or from bacterial infections. Keep an eye particularly on the toes and the tip of the tail. A healthy mangrove monitor will be eager to eat and will spend a lot of time in the water. They will have bright eyes and no problems shedding. Mangroves are carnivores. A varied diet is important as they can become bored with the same food. They should be offered both insects and rodents. Rats, mice, eggs, locusts, and crickets are all good options. Adults may also show a preference for seafood such as prawns, crayfish, and sprats. Any food items that do not contain bones should be dusted with calcium powder. Juveniles should be fed smaller food items daily, whereas adults can be fed 4 to 5 times per week and larger prey items. Juveniles are skittish and will be slow to adjust to human interaction. Monitors also have sharp teeth and can deliver a nasty bite if they feel threatened. Males should never be housed together. If you are wanting to breed, a pair of 1 male and 2 females is acceptable. Mangroves are certainly not a beginner pet, but if you can provide the space, time, and enrichment, they are truly a marvelous reptile pet. They are full of character, love to swim, and are capable of living for more than a decade. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please leave a like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you and hope to see you soon.